expectations to about here, and it's been way over and above. And it's something I would recommend to anyone, but it's so well planned out, and having the manual to work with, having the active videos to work through, it really makes it so user-friendly. It just makes actually learning fun. It was almost, I was pushing myself through the challenges, going, come on, next one, have another one, let's do this. And it made me feel really good about myself, because I was proving to myself constantly that firstly it was the right decision, and secondly, I could do this, you know. I really believe that you never stop learning, but obviously sometimes life gets in the way, you're tired, and you know, you get a bit lazy and you just think, but I've been wanting to learn something new for ages, so this was definitely the right step. My name is Claire. I am from Malta. I have been a baby sensory franchise owner for 9 years. A few years ago, I decided I needed to become healthier and change the way I looked. I'd gained a lot of weight. A few years ago, I decided I needed to change that. So I started studying about how to lose weight and how to eat healthier, and I lost quite a bit of weight, but I didn't like the way my body looked, so I thought, okay, I need to get back into a gym. It was, you know, straight in, and it was brilliant, and it made me fall in love with working out again. I loved how I was feeling and how I was looking. I was helping motivate other friends of mine as well, and I thought, I want to do this all the time. I don't want to be kind of in the back burners, kind of encouraging people to go and not being there to help them through their journey, you know. When I started thinking about it last June, my trainer said about Team, said they're one of the best ones, so I decided to start following. And obviously when you look into doing something and you're, you know, parting with your money, you're not going to just go with the first thing someone recommends. So I looked around at what other courses, and I was not as convinced with what else there was on the market as I was with the message EPTI was sending out. And I like the idea of the online learning and the ability to take your time or to speed up your learning as you felt you need to. I also love the idea of the 2-week practical and examination courses, because it felt more professional, more intimate, and definitely something I was more interested in than just getting some online certificate and saying, oh, well done, you did it, you know? And yeah, it's definitely been worth it. I do have a condition which has never come in the way of any of my dreams, but it's always there. It's always niggling and telling me maybe I cannot do it. And I did put it off. I started feeling really low, really, really down, because I felt like I had this dream and I had this passion and I was doing nothing with it. Because I've never done any kind of online studying before, I was a bit intimidated the first week. Within the first kind of feedback, I got it. And I worked through it really easily. I was expecting to find it really hard, but the way it's all divided, it makes learning, I'm not going to say easy, but it's so well planned out, and having the manual to work with, having the active videos to work through, it really makes it so user-friendly. And even if you're not getting your head around it, having little demonstrations and even a flip book to go through, and it just makes actually learning fun. It was almost, I was pushing myself through the challenges, going, come on, next one, have another one, let's do this. And each one that got signed off, I felt so good because, you know, I thought, I did it. I did another one, I got through, and it was fantastic, you know. And it made me feel really good about myself because I was proving to myself constantly that firstly it was the right decision, and secondly I could do this, you know. I really believe that you never stop learning, but obviously sometimes life gets in the way, you're tired and, you know, you get a bit lazy and you just think, but I've been wanting to learn something new for ages, so this was definitely the right step. Feedback was clear, concise, it made it easy to navigate where I went wrong on the occasions I did, you know. I love that no one ever turned around and gave you the answer. You had to find it out for yourself. But obviously you did go wrong, then there was a bit of, you know, gentle guidance into the right direction, which was perfect. I loved it. From day one, it was so well organized. Oh my gosh, the whole team, I mean, the four of you work so brilliantly together. Where one ends, the next one begins. There's no muddling, there is no disorganization. It's a constant flow, and I love that. I love that you literally easily step from one thing to the next. You know exactly what's going to happen. I mean, I loved having the timetable, so I knew where I was going with that as well. So it made everything so much easier, you know. And we flowed through the whole timetable like clockwork. It covered much more than I was expecting it to cover. In all honesty, we went through so many different things. I mean, it was brilliant. I think there was a really good harmony between each individual. There was a nice balance of teaching from each of the tutors. It wasn't one person or another. There was a good energy. It was dynamic and fun and interesting. I never ever felt like, oh, I want this to end. I actually just felt like I just wanted more and to kind of get as much as I could out of every day. I actually don't want it to end. I think I can assertively help individuals to reach their goals now. I feel like I can guide them on the nutritional aspect, which is something I think is so overlooked in today's fast food and easy food society. You know, I feel like thanks to EPTI, I have those tools now to be able to do that. I'm going to start slowly. I'd like to definitely work on this 2 to 3 days a week, where I'm intensively helping people better themselves. I came in with expectations to about here, and it's been way over and above. And it's something I would recommend to anyone. I mean, at 14 I started working out. I wanted to be a personal trainer then, and now I just think, why did I wait so long? And you know, with a course like EPTI, where there are so many different possibilities, no matter where you live, there are so many different options. I think you can do it at any time. It just has to be something you want badly enough. The course was definitely a good investment. I'd do it all over again just to get the experience. I loved the whole 2 weeks. I'd like to show people that it does pay to make sure you've got your education behind you. And I'd like to set a bar, because at the end of the day, you know, anyone can come into a pretty room with lovely equipment and run around, go and do this and do that. But my aim, especially with my health knowledge, knowing that there are so many different disability. Some may show, some may not. It's so crucial that people have their optimum health at all times, and injuring themselves is not, something I ever want any of my clients to do. So with this knowledge, I definitely want to make sure that anyone working with me knows how to move, how to get the most out of their body without actually harming themselves.